Hello, everyone. Dara Boyle, board member of the North American Irish Coaches Association. Today, I will be having a chat with Sean Paul from the Irish Football Association in regards to the newly launched Irish FAC Diploma that will be taking place in Florida over the summer at the XL Academy. You can kind of see here kind of a little introduction to kind of what you'll kind of get on this course, starting off with a webinar June 8th and 9th, and then in person the 16th, 17th, 18th of June at the Academy. Um, Sean, how are we doing today?
Good, Dara. Good. Thank you for having me on.
No, it's great. It's great to have you on. Sean Paul, can you share kind of the details of the current IFA education pathway currently and how this course aligns with everything?
Yeah, well, Dara, I'm in post now, 3 and a bit years as head of coach education. My background, have roughly about 20 years of coaching and management experience across almost all our international squads, from our youth to senior squads. I have been involved as a coach and manager in the Irish League, and coming into this post 3 years ago, we basically took all our education, ripped it up, put it in the bin, and we started all over again. We created a new methodology, we created new content, new pedagogy, andragogy, and we've really focused on creating an education pathway that puts the coach at the center of everything we do. We've tried to move away from ticking boxes and having a curriculum that suits everybody, because that's not possible. We've tried to create a pathway full of content, experiences, and created an environment within that's conducive to good learning. It's a real rich learning environment. And I suppose key to that is the staff that we have in the building, with people who have won Premier Leagues, with Tommy Johnson, for example, who's a former Celtic, Aston Villa in England centre forward, with an array of ex-Irish League and youth international and international players who are now some of our educators, which adds a real richness and experience to everything we try and do. So the pathway now, we have our in Northern Ireland, we have our NCC, which is our prerequisite to UFA C Diploma. We have then a grassroots UFA award, and then we have a UFA B, a UFA A, and UFA Pro. And alongside that, we have our goalkeeping pathway from grassroots through to UFA A goalkeeping. And we also have our youth diploma pathway going through to Elite Youth A. And where this Irish FA C Diploma fits in, so for all the candidates here at home who who need to get on to the UFSC Diploma, complete what we call a national coaching certificate. And it's very similar to what this Irish FAC would be. It's a 3 day course. There's pre-course tasks, post-course tasks, and it prepares you for the UFSC Diploma. Um, we have in it's you know for me, I believe it's one of the most educational courses that we've produced, we've developed, simply because it focuses a lot on the developmental skills of a coach. How you communicate, how you demonstrate, how you coach the principles of play. And within coaching the principles of play, there's a heavy focus on technical development and skill development. So this course focuses on not just developing a coach's knowledge of skill development and coaching the principles of play, but also their understanding of it, which is so important. But the most important thing is their ability to apply their knowledge and understanding. So ultimately, this course is about creating the knowledge, developing their understanding, and developing people's ability to apply skill development and link it into the principles of play. So regardless of what level of a coach you're working at or what qualifications you have, I think this course it's rich in learning, it's rich in experience, the environment and support you'll get from the tutors. Um, it's exciting, and I think it's something that coaches at all levels can benefit from, because it does break down the technical development and link it into the principles of play.
Right, right. And we kind of launched this out in the last 2 weeks, and we've had a good number of people already signed up. But what type of candidates are you looking for on this course, and what do they need to do pre-course to be able to get onto the course, or what does that look like?
Yeah, at this point, there's no real prerequisite to get on this, because I think where the course is pitched, as I said previously, regardless of your coaching experience or qualifications, I think the course content and how we'll deliver it will be beneficial for coaches. Um, so if you have a love for coaching, if you have some coaching experience or no coaching experience, and more importantly, you have a desire to learn modern, up to date um, good coaching practices and to understand coaching science, delivered by an association that's extremely reputable. You know, we've had some of Europe's biggest names come through our coach education pathway and who continue to come through our coach education pathway. Um, we've had World Cup winners, we've had Champions League winners, multiple Premier League winners. So it's a reputable course. Um, Delivered by a very reputable association. And again, I think regardless of whether you've coaching experience or not, I think you'll definitely gain something from, as I say, the content, the experience and the environment that we'll create.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, obviously you'll be starting off with some webinars. But what would mo most people are looking forward to the in-person part of the course in Florida? Why should someone take part of the course and look forward to that in Florida? And what's kind of the expectations that sh they should get to know with working with the IFA?
Well, I think what you're getting by coming on the course is a group of tutors who are vastly experienced at delivering and educating some of Europe's most high-profile players and coaches. As I said, we have significant numbers from all around the world come to Belfast every year to take part in our education program. So what you're getting is a very experienced team of coach educators, an experienced team of coach developers, and people who have vast experience at working with individuals to try and help them be the best that they can be. And as I said earlier, our methodology is around creating a it's a messy learning environment, but that's okay, because good learning should be messy, because each person will have different needs and different expectations. And it's our job to try and help them achieve that. So I suppose what they can expect is a very personalized, coach-centered approach to our education. They'll find cutting edge and very modern and up-to-date coaching methodologies, content, and ideas of how to build and coach skill development, and how that can be linked into ultimately the principles of play, which the principles of play are key to every level of the game. You know, from senior men's and women's to grassroots boys and girls clubs, the principles of play do not change. How you apply them and how you coach them does change, but the principles themselves don't. And I suppose, you know, anybody coming on the course just to research with the universal principles of play, to get familiar with them, because it will be beneficial to you before you come on the course to have an understanding of what they actually are.
So obviously the course is going to go fast. 3 days in Florida will be a bit sunny for everybody, but it will go fast. What will be the next steps after the course? After the kind of the June 18th? What will kind of happen from there on out?
Well, after the course, there's a couple of post-course tasks which each person on the course will be allocated a tutor, a sort of mentor who'll mentor you through those. And can who can and will stay in touch with regard to your support and development. You know, anybody that's been on our courses will talk about our super strength is our in-person, our care after the course is something we're very proud of. You know, we never don't get back to an email or take a call from coaches that have been on our courses. So post the course in June, you can expect the same support that anybody else on our pathway receives. And then completing this course as well, it also means you're on the Irish FA pathway, which opens up other opportunities for you to go and enhance and further your coaching career, such as like the UFA the UFA goalkeeping pathway, the UFA youth pathway. They're now all reachable and accessible to anybody who enters onto this course.
No, that's great to hear. That's great to hear. So obviously with this partnership with the IFA, working with yourself and the North American Irish Coaches Association, what is kind of the future work of plans from your side that members can look forward to?
Well, as we've talked about again earlier, our plans are to get out and support the North American Irish Coaches Association with developing and educating their members, and giving them the best possible education experience to sort of motivate and inspire them to be better. We've had a lot of discussions with US Soccer as well around our plans and what we hope to deliver in support of the North American Irish Coach Association and the Irish American community in general. Um, would be to continue to grow this program and run it in different parts of the country. Um, and again, look to support and encourage as many people as possible, you know, to come to Belfast and experience the UEFA qualifications for C, should it be the UEFA goalkeeping pathway or UEFA youth pathway. It's a common experience and get that um, knowledge, learning and education, with a country that's renowned for high quality coach education.
Oh, that's great to hear. Thank you, Sean Paul, for getting on today, sharing with us, kind of answering some of the questions. For everybody listening, there will be links below to click into get more information on the course and hopefully sign up and hopefully see the IFA and Sean Paul at the Academy the 16th, 17th, and 18th of June at the Excel Academy. Thank you very much.